Didn't think you'd persuade him to let you go.
Let's hope he don't change his mind.
Did he charge you?
Thanked me for my public service. Oh, Uncle Albert were a brick. Told him how we'd all persuaded him to give himself up.
Maybe we'll get a letter of commendation from Chief Constable.
I'd just as soon have we heard an end to the whole thing.
Now stay away from my mum and don't come back.
You got a bit of bother?
Right, sorted.
So I see.
Change your locks and call the police if he comes back.
Whatever you say, Biff. You're the man of the house now.
Not your house, I'm not. I don't want to see you again.
You must be Biff's girlfriend. Sorry there wasn't time to introduce ourselves before.
Linda Glover.
I suppose Biff's told you about me.
No, not really.
Linda, this is my mum. The one that slung me out.
Not exactly a happy reunion.
But what do you expect?
I don't know, Biff. I hope there might be time to put things right. I obviously got that wrong too. Look after him.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
If you ever change your mind, you know where I am. You'd both be very welcome at my place. Think about it.
Okay.
Be lucky.
Look, Biff.
Linda, I know you think I'm being hard on her. But it's for the best. You don't know her like I do.
Great shooting, Seth.
Hey, you don't want to go jumping out on people like that. And you've had an heart attack.
Oh, well, I thought you'd know I was here. You know, you seem to know the countryside like the back of your hand. Every noise, every broken twig.
Oh, I knew. But I was concentrating on rabbits.
Oh.
It's dangerous, you know, skulking around when people are shooting.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, why aren't you at school?
It's a free period.
Used to call it bunking off in my day.
Yeah, well, school's rubbish anyway.
That ain't changed then.
I reckon I'd learn more out here with you.
I doubt if your mum and dad would agree with that.
Yeah, well, all they ever go on about is exams. I mean, I bet you never passed any.
You're right there.
You see? And you can live off the land, just like Rambo.
Who's he? Some pop singer?
No! You know, in the movie, First Blood. Well, I've got it on video. I've seen it loads of times.
Ooh, stings.
Yeah, that'll teach you to get yourself involved in fights.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault.
No, I guess I'm sorry that you had to meet my mum like that. She's not exactly the same top-drawer background as Danny.
Look, you're still worth 10 of him. But I wish you'd make your peace with her. It's what I've done. I'm going back home, Biff. I've had a chat with Mum and Dad and they've agreed not to try and come between us.
Well, I guess it's for the best, then. I just want us to be together, Linda. That's all that matters to me.
Well, so do I. Look, you know the old mill on Connelton Road?
Where they're building?
Well, yeah, they're turning it into studio flats. They're only small, but they've got built-in washing machines and everything. It's $1,500 deposit and they reserve one for you.
It might as well be 15 million.
Well, what we could save?
How much have you got left at the end of every week?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, I've usually got a bit less than that.
My dad always says I was a dreamer. Guess you were right.
But we could do odd jobs.
You are?
Clean cars and windows. We could save up. I know it'd take a long time.
But at least we'd be getting somewhere.
And I'm going to need somewhere to live if Betty finds out about all this.
So
Zoe,
you think you'll be able to come home?
What?
help me to get Kim to go back to the office.
What is going on, Dad?
I'll explain later.
Well, that's good news. Doctor's hoping to be able to set a date for you coming home soon.
That's a relief. Saves me from feeling guilty about taking up all your time.
It's a labour of love, Frank. Don't like to think of you getting lonely.
I've got Zoe here to keep me company now.
No, we don't tire Zoe too much. I expect she's still feeling jet-lagged. And you ought to be getting more rest.
Got no choice in this place. You're the one with all the work piling up on your desk now.
Dad's right. You go back to Home Farm. I'll stop here and talk to him. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
It'll be nice. Of course, the doctor will be needing to examine him later, take some tests.
Don't worry, Kim. I won't get in the way of anything that's going to help Dad get better. I'll go home then.
Sorry I'm late back. Spot of bother at home.
You all right?
Yeah, never better. Me and Linda are going to start saving for a place of his own.
Well, I wish you luck.
Well, you could do more than that. Be a lot easier with a wage rise.
It takes that exactly over generous employers.
Yeah, but I bet Kim would listen if you suggested it.
Can't see that.
So you're saving your own influence for your own money?
I'm not after her money. I asked her if she'd run away and leave all this.
Well, I expect you got a short answer.
She said she wants to be sure about me first.
Ah, you didn't swallow that one, did you? Look, she's never going to give up the money or the power for you, Dave. And you're daft thinking she will.
She doesn't love Frank.
I never said she did. But she loves what comes with him, and that's a lot more important. Now, maybe it's going to take me and Linda years to build up an honest life together. But at least we'll get there. And you and Kim will be finished long before that.
Your mum and dad aren't going to be very pleased when they find out you're skipping school.
Yeah, well, it's their fault.
Eh?
Well, they never asked me if I wanted to come up here. I was so happy in London. All my mates were there.
You must have made some friends up here by now.
Yeah, a few, but... I mean, what's the point? There's nothing to do in Emmerdale anyway.
I like it here.
Yeah, well, no offence, Seth, but, I mean, you're old. It'd be different if you were my age.
Bunking off school ain't much of an answer.
Don't worry about that. I'll be getting out of this place permanently. As soon as I can.
What are you going to do?
Join up. Boy soldier. See the world. Ain't you ever wanted to go travelling?
I've done a bit.
So would you come back here?
It suits me. Anyway, rest of the world ain't that special. They're just folk, really. They have different languages and they get different weather, but underneath it all, they're just same.
That's daft.
Well, maybe to you it is. But for me, I'd rather be where I know what's what. Only flight ointment is work. So I better go and show my face back at Home Farm. Let them see how hard I've been grafting.
I thought she'd never go.
You shouldn't blame her for being overprotective. She's just trying to look after you.
You really believe that?
Yes, of course. I've had my share of rows with Kim, but I have plenty of quarrels with you too. It doesn't mean I don't care.
It's not the same with Kim.
It's the same with everyone. I spent half the time on the plane thinking about rows that we'd had. Things I wish I hadn't said. Things I wish I had. It was awful. I thought you were going to die, and I was never going to get the chance to tell you how I really feel about you.
I know how you feel, Zoe.
I hope so. You're a stubborn man, Dad. It's not easy to love you sometimes.
I know that too.
And that's why I've got a lot of sympathy with Kim. You've always been a lousy invalid. It must be hard for her to get you to listen to doctor's orders.
Look, Zoe, we haven't got much time. People keep popping in at all hours to visit. And I won't be able to say this in front of anyone else. You're the only one I can trust.
What are you talking about?
There are things I want you to do. But you've got to promise not to tell anyone. It's got to be our secret.
You ready for your examination now, Mr. Tate?
All right, Mr. P. I'm sorry I've not been into work.
You're the least of my problems, Sam. You had some serious explaining to do.
What's the point? We've all lost out.
I tried to help you, and what do I get for my pains? I got beaten up and robbed.
Well, you see what they did to this place? See? That's what happens when you mess with the big boys.
Don't tell me your troubles. Just give me my money.
We haven't got it.
I gave it to Tina.
And Dylan's blocks took it off me. You can ask him for it if you like, if you've got the bottle.
If you want your flowers ready for your grave.
It's all your fault. You and your whole flaming family, you're a jinx on me.
Why don't we all just be grateful that we got out of this alive?
I want my money back. And I'm not leaving here until I get it.
Well, make yourself at home, won't you? Because we're skint and you can't get blood out of a stone.
And if you're stopping, you can help with the repairs.
Don't try and be funny. I want my money back!
Well, you could always go to the police, tell them that you were trying to buy stolen goods and that we swindled you. They might have a few questions for you, though.
I wish I'd never set eyes on you lot.
What about me, Mr. Pollard? I'm the one who's helped you.
You, Sam?
Yeah. And you said you had that American buyer coming over. Well, maybe you can make back what you lost.
Well, I hope so, Sam. But unfortunately, you won't be anywhere near to get it.
Eh?
I've had enough help from you lot from one lifetime.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look, nothing.
You busy?
Snowed under.
Oh, well, I hate to interrupt, but we've got the holiday village maintenance to go through. Have to get everything ready for happy campers.
Can't wait.
Right, Biff. Pool drained, cleaned, pumps, filtration, check and service.
All in hand.
Nick, new children's play area. Ground cleared, chippings laid, equipment checks, set up and safety checks.
No problem. Sounds like you lads are going to be busy.
Well, we seem to have developed a rodent problem while chalets have been empty, so it's time to do your celebrated Pied Piper act, Seth.
Shall I deal you in?
Do I seem to be getting through here?
Ah, come on, there's plenty of time. Might as well take advantage of Kim while she's at the hospital.
Go on then, just a couple of hands.
Yeah, Seth's only a quid up at the moment for a change.
Have you checked his sleeves?
Hey, I resent that. Honest as day is long, I am.
Is this what I pay you for?
You're on the break.
Yeah, well, if they're not careful, it could be a very long one. David, office.
How's Frank doing, Kim?
Improving. Might be nice if you sent him get well cards.
You know, I get the feeling that our lives aren't going to be worth living for this next week or so.
Leave it out, Kim. We both know it's a quiet time of year, so there's no need to go and throw your weight around.
Touchy today?
You know, I'm just a bit fed up of where you've been carrying on.
Oh, I see. It's got nothing to do with the troops. This is about you and me.
Right.
So what's your problem?
I didn't want it to be like this. I wanted us to make a fresh start. You said that you just wanted to be sure of me first.
Well, it makes sense. Especially if you're already starting to get fed up with me.
Look, I just wanted to know where I stand. 1 minute I'm the one that you can't live without, and the next I'm just another employer for you to order about.
That's the way it's got to be. I can't exactly offer you special privileges in front of the staff.
That's not what I'm asking, and you know it. I'm talking about us. Nothing seems to happen in this relationship unless you want it to. You're always pulling the strings.
You're nobody's puppet, David.
And I don't intend to be. If you really wanted us to be together, then there's a few things I want sorted out.
Your blood pressure's up a bit. I'm not happy with that. You must help us impress on your father that rest, recovery and no stress are what he needs now.
Don't worry, Doctor. That's just what I intended to tell him.
I'll come back and see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Doc.
You see? That proves what I was trying to tell you. The minute you begin to worry about work, your blood pressure goes up.
I've got more than that to worry about.
Forget it. It's not important.
Just let me explain, will you?
Dad, I've heard it all before. All the reasons, all the excuses. Ever since I was knee-high to an order book, I've had to realise I take second place to your business deals.
That's not true, Zoe.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure you don't make the same mistake again. I want you to be a proper father for the new baby. Be there for it. Share in its childhood.
There's a big difference this time. It's not my baby.
What are you saying?
Kim's been having an affair with Dave. He's the father.
It's awful. I don't know what to say.
It's not what's said that matters. It's what's to be done.
How long's it been going on?
Oh, I don't know. Months. They must have thought their luck was in when I landed up in here.
Don't say that. Even Kim couldn't be waiting for you to die.
Why not? Nothing would suit them better. I have no intention of obliging them.
Surprise!
I want you to think about how I feel. As long as this has been going on between us, you've been calling the tune. It's got to change, Kim. You've got to start talking things through with me, not just telling me how it's going to be. If we're going to make any plans, I want to be a part of them, not just another office boy.
Sounds good to me.
Well, you agree?
This hasn't been easy for me either. There's been plenty of times when I could have done with your support and, well, you've been too busy dithering over whether you were going to choose me or Kathy. There'll be a lot of people against us, not just Frank. We stand a much better chance of getting through this together if we're both strong. So long as you're quite sure that it's me you want.
No doubt at all.
And no one can stop us.
Chris, you've had your head in those books all day.
I can't let Kim get away with it. There's got to be some way I can buy some time.
And if you do, she'll just come up with something else. She won't be satisfied until she's got her hands on all of it.
Exactly, which is why I can't let her win.
It depends on what you mean by winning. I'd rather we just had a normal life. I'd rather you worried more about me and Joseph than stupid bits of paper.
Look, those stupid bits of paper mean that I can give both you and Joseph a decent life. Kim's as much of a threat to you two as she is to me. Look, she's not half as clever as she thinks she is. If I can find the right solicitor, I'm sure I can turn this around.
And if we sold the shares, paid off the debts, we could forget the whole thing and start to build a normal life.
Yes.
There you go.
It's $2.50.
Aren't you going to tell us about the ecological alternatives? Who's sick?
Frank.
Didn't know you cared.
We don't. We're acting under orders.
Are these cheapish you've got?
Yeah, quality card, good value. Mind you, you'll be in trouble if they've been chlorine bleached.
Well, there'll be no more of that. Kelly's seen the error of her ways.
50p each.
Ah, that's a quid. Thank you.
See ya.
Cultural censorship, that's what it is.
I call it economic sense.
Oh, let's not start all that again. We've had enough rows. From now on, you do as you're told.
Whatever happened to democracy?
Dead right. I mean, parents give the orders, we're not allowed to say anything, even when they break the promises.
Oh, don't tell me you're into ecology now.
No, I just wondered what happened to the air gun I was supposed to be getting for Christmas. Yeah. You promised me.
Your mum didn't think it was a very good idea.
I don't want you having any sort of gun. Not after what happened with your dad.
Reg is dead. I thought he was supposed to be with my dad now.
He is. I just don't want any guns in this house.
Look, I'll finish the shelves. Why don't you and Scott go through and get on with your homework, eh? There's plenty of other hobbies you could take up. Maybe you and I could go bowling one night.
Oh, don't bother yourself.
Pushing your luck a bit, ain't you?
I was sticking up for you.
Don't give me that. You're just sulking about your gun. And if they knew you'd been bunking off school, you'd be in as much trouble as I am.
Well, I blame Kelly Windsor for filling his head with rubbish.
I can't help it, Mum. It's something she believes in.
Well, let her sort it out for herself, then. You don't know what she's on about any more than the rest of us.
You're going to be missing some days of school because of this, and you can't afford to.
No, well, I'll be back next week then, won't I?
Your mum's right, you know. You've got your exams coming up, and they're important nowadays.
If you started knuckling down now, you could make a success of yourself like your brother.
I'll leave us out of it.
No need to be so modest, Dave. We all know how highly Kim Tate thinks of you. I just hope we can persuade your brother here to follow your example. Oh. Hello, Biff.
Hiya. Look, I know it's the first day back, but is it all right if I can take Linda down to Woolpack for a drink?
Oh, yeah, I'd like that. If that's OK, Mum.
Of course, love. No need to ask permission.
Cheers. I won't be late back.
Right.
I realise we've got to give her some freedom, but I can't help remembering what happened last time she got serious about a lad.
It'll be all right now. I'm working the bar tonight. I can keep an eye on him.
Right, I'll see you then. Fixed an appointment with the solicitor. Specialises in company law, so we should be able to find a loophole somewhere.
Chris, I'd like you to have a look at this first.
Look, I'm in a bit of a rush. He's promised to fit me in before he goes home tonight.
This won't take a minute.
What's all this?
I've been looking at our finances, income and expenditure. I reckon with what we'd have left over after you sold the shares...
I'm not selling my shares. Don't you listen to anything I say?
We could still get by.
Yeah, we might have to get proper jobs, but it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Look, Rachel, I have never had to get by, and I don't intend starting now. I want what's rightfully mine.
At least we could discuss it.
I don't have the time.
I should never have taken her back after Neil Kincaid. I should have learnt my lesson the first time.
Forget the past. What's important is now.
At least that's something we agree on. I've been lying here in hospital, thinking of ways I can pay her back. She's going to be sorry for what she's done.
That's not what I mean.
It's all I've got left, Zoe. I could never forgive Kim now.
I don't care about Kim. I care about you. You could have died, Dad. Forget her. What's important now is your health. That is what we should be talking about.
Some news. There's an advert going for part-time messengers in Auckland Courier, so I've applied.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask Zoe if I can man the emergency phone for weekend work. That'd really earn us a bit.
There you go.
Cheers. If anybody hears of any part-time work, me and Linda are available.
Ah, Eric might be able to help you out there. What? Parish Council have been moaning about your furniture taking up too much space at the village hall. They want it cleared back.
Don't worry, I can handle it. You just keep those busybodies out of my way. A nice little deal in the offing. I don't want them nosing it.
I can't just lie here while they carve up everything I've ever worked for. You've got to help me.
I don't see what I can do, Dad. I'm no match for Kim over the business.
That's what makes you perfect. She will never suspect you. I can tell you what to do, who to call.
No, Dad. Even if everything you've told me is true, it doesn't change the way I feel. Your next heart attack is going to kill you. I'm not going to help you drive yourself towards it.
I don't have any choice, Zoe.
Yes, you do. Let them have it.
What?
Let it all go. Walk away from it. You've got more than enough money to last you the rest of your life anyway.
You mean let them win?
I mean, let yourself live. You can come and stay with me in Emmerdale to get yourself back on your feet. We'll look after you.
I can't do that, Zoe.
You can't afford not to. This crazy idea for vengeance is just a passport to suicide. What does it matter if you beat them, if you kill yourself in the process?
It matters to me. You've got to try and understand what it means, Zoe.
I do. I just don't think it's worth it.
If I let them get away with this, it makes my whole life, everything I've ever worked for, meaningless. I couldn't live with that. I don't care if it kills me. And if you really loved me, you'll help.